My gosh, Rian Johnson, you have done it again! Like, seriously! What is up, guys and Knives Out fans? Welcome back to my channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is On The Brinker, and yes, today I'm going to review the third now installment in this franchise, and that film is Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. This is the third movie in the Knives Out franchise that is once again directed by Rian Johnson and stars the return of Daniel Craig as Detective Bennett Blanc, with of course some new people involved with Josh O'Connor, Josh Brolin, Mila Kunis, Glenn Close, Adam Scott, Cailee Spaeny, Kerry Washington, Daryl McCormack, and Thomas Hidden Church. So many people involved in this movie. Detective Bennett Blanc teams up with an earnest young priest to investigate a perfectly impossible crime at a small town church with a dark history. Holy shit, guys, we have the third Knives Out movie once again directed by Rian Johnson, and I feel like the first Knives Out movie is like a huge comeback for Rian Johnson. I think the Knives Out movies so far have been a perfect detective movies. I thought the first movie is a fantastic old school murder mystery film that is made very freaking well, and I also loved Glass Onion. I thought Glass Onion is a fantastic sequel that I cannot believe it doesn't have its physical media release. Like, come on, we freaking needed that. I think it's an excellent sequel that I actually think it's better than the first one. So of course when I heard they're doing a third Knives Out movie, of course I was excited for it because of how much a fan I was of the first two films, and seeing Daniel Craig coming back as Bennett Blanc, awesome detective, and probably one of his better performances in such a long time ever since James Bond. So I cannot wait to see another mystery through Bennett Blanc. I cannot wait to see what this mystery is all about, and I cannot wait to see Rian Johnson's direction. And yes, this movie is coming on Netflix, but I had a chance to see this movie in theaters, which I would recommend seeing this movie in theaters, like especially because I'm so happy that Netflix is putting some movies in theaters, like Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, which I think it absolutely deserves to be in theaters. And absolutely, I'm so thankful that Wake Up Dead Man is in theaters, guys, because my gosh, Rian Johnson, you have done it again! Like, seriously! How? How each of his Knives Out movies just gets better and better and better, because once again, guys, Wake Up Dead Man Knives Out Mystery is another great murder mystery film that I think Rian Johnson absolutely directed extremely freaking well. Of course, let's talk about the cast in this movie, because the cast in Wake Up Dead Man is absolutely incredible in this film. Of course, the return of Daniel Craig once again as Detective Bennett Blanc. Do I really need to say more? Because his performance in this movie just gets stronger. He is charming in this film, he's hilarious in the film, but also when he gets serious, you don't want to mess with this detective. And you're definitely on Daniel Craig's shoes here in this film, solving this almost impossible and unsolvable case. So you definitely feel for Bennett Blanc more in this film than the other two films. And I thought he definitely has a present of charm into him, and I thought Daniel Craig once again is fantastic in this film. And the rest of the cast in this movie, from Jeremy Renner, from Glenn Close, from Adam Scott, from Mila Kunis, everyone in this film that I said in the beginning of this film. I'm not going to say the entire cast of this movie again, because this film is packed full of famous actors. Everyone in this movie is fantastic, and they have their own chance to shine throughout the film. But of course, the biggest standout out of the new people in the film, in my opinion, is Josh O'Connor in the film. Fantastic in this film. I loved him from Challengers. I thought he is excellent in that film. This film is easily his best performance he's ever brought up. He is a boxer that now became a priest, and he has a really dark past, and it presents a lot to the story of this film. And you definitely feel for his character in the film, and I thought Josh O'Connor is freaking fantastic when it comes to the hilarious moments and the emotional moments as well. And I think he has an excellent chemistry with Bennett Blanc in the film. I think him and Daniel Craig have an excellent chemistry in this film, because them two are mostly together in this film, and their duo in the film, they're really fantastic in the film. But out of the Knives Out movies that this film is presenting, this movie is definitely a much more darker mystery. than the other two films. This film presents a lot of dark and horrific themes in the film that I was surprised had gone for M-rated. Like, seriously, there are some bits in the film that I find brutal as shit. But it's definitely a movie that definitely keeps you guessing the whole way through. And it's one of those things where it doesn't state the obvious. You literally don't know what happens behind the scenes of this murder. And that's why I think Rian Johnson does a really good job at, like, making you feel invested the whole way through without feeling repetitive. Each mystery that the Knives Out movies presented are completely different mysteries. Like, I feel like you don't need to see the first two movies. This movie stands on its own. And I feel like that's what the Knives Out movies does really well. All three of these movies stand on its own as one mystery film. It feels very episodic in a really good way. And I just thought the mystery of the film is really well done in the film. This film has more stakes than the other two movies. It's more darker. It has some horrific elements. There are some intense moments. But I would even say this movie is the funniest out of the Knives Out movies as well. This movie is hilarious at a lot of scenes of the film. There are some line deliveries that I'm just like, holy shit, that is so dark. But it's like darkly hilarious. Like, it's a good dark comedy, but definitely this movie has a lot of dark themes in the film that I was really surprised going in. But this movie still has some really intense moments and some really dark moments that present a very investing mystery the whole way through. And I wasn't expecting this movie to be as great as it is and getting better and better and better throughout the two movies. Like, I was expecting this movie to be like, you know what? This could be my least favorite, but somehow Rian Johnson just made these movies much more better and better and better. And I would say easily, I'm sorry Glass Onion, I think Wake Up Dead Man might take the table as the best film in this franchise. I want to keep this review as vague as possible. I want you to go and see this mystery for yourself, and the reveals that things happen, you're not going to expect where this movie turns out. But I'm just so happy for Rian Johnson right now because, holy crap, just keep doing these movies. You're getting much more better at it. I wouldn't care if there's 10 Knives Out movies. I feel like he can handle all that stuff. Because guys, overall, once again, Rian Johnson has done it again with this mystery. Once again, Rian Johnson has done another great film in this franchise. Wake Up Dead Man and Knives Out Mystery is a dark, edgy mystery film that's another great addition to this franchise. Daniel Craig, once again, as Bennett Blanc is fantastic. Josh O'Connor is fantastic in the film. The rest of the shoot cast is fantastic, including Jeremy Renner, Glenn Close, Josh Brolin even is fantastic in the film. Adam Scott, Kerry Washington, etc, etc. So many people in this movie, but everyone has done a really good job in the film. The mystery is investing. It kept you guessing the whole way through without feeling very repetitive. The writing in this film is fantastic. This film is also really funny, but just very, very dark with some really horrific themes that the film presented. And also some really emotional scenes as well. This is definitely the most emotional that I've seen out of the Knives Out movies. And I thought this is easily, in my opinion, I'm sorry Glass Onion, I think Wake Up Dead Man and Knives Out Mystery is the best in the franchise now. I think that's now my favorite in this series. Man, Rian Johnson, keep doing these movies. Keep doing these Knives Out movies because each mystery just gets better and better and better. And please, guys, go see this movie in theaters. Like, yeah, watch on Netflix, that's fine, but this is a cinematic experience. Like Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, you need to see this film on the biggest screen as possible. Because this movie just felt like a cinematic event from start to finish. If you're huge Knives Out fans of the first two, you're going to love this movie. And if you haven't seen the first two movies, I still recommend you see this film. It stands on its own. It's just a fantastic dark murder mystery film that I feel like Rian Johnson is meant to do this. He is meant to do these murder mystery films. And man, third time's a charm, especially with this movie, because Wake Up Dead Man, Knives Out Mystery is another great murder mystery film that came out, and I'm just so happy for Rian Johnson, and I cannot wait to see more. I would absolutely say that Wake Up Dead Man and Knives Out Mystery, in my opinion, is a masterpiece. Easily this film could be in my top 5 favorite films of the year. I love this film, guys. I'm so happy for Rian Johnson. I said it so many times, but I actually am. I'm just happy for him. I am so happy how this film turns out, and I cannot wait to see more. So guys, that is my review for Wake Up Dead Man and Knives Out Mystery. Let me know what you figure of this movie in the comments below. Do you like the film, hate the film, or you thought it's okay? And what is your favourite movie in the Knives Out trilogy? Let me know down in the comments below. How would you rate them? Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Notify for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.